When's the last time you got a killer ROI on a program or a course that you took? I'm Vickie Dickson, and on today's episode of the Unjaded podcast, I have the pleasure of sitting with Gaby Andrale. And I'm not saying her name doing it justice at all. She says it beautifully towards the end of the episode. Gaby is a 3-5 Sacral Generator. She was in the last round of Content by Design, so she's going to talk with us about her experience there. And her focus is on Ayurveda and human design. She has this really cool kind of micro niche in the online space. And Gaby has a background in education. She worked for a few decades in education. If you get to watch the episode on YouTube, you will see that she looks like she's about 20, but she's not. And what else can I tell you about her? She just went online with her business in 2024, which surprised me, especially when you hear about all that has been happening in her business since the last round of Content by Design. Gaby is going to talk with us about how she clarified her message, how she learned to stand in her power as a fifth line profile and actually free her voice, and how that made all of the difference in her business. She's now selling more and working with more people. The opportunities are coming her way because she is speaking from her design. Welcome, Gaby, to the show. I am so excited to get to talk with you today.
Hi, Vickie. Thank you for having me.
Yes, of course. So Gaby is a 3-5 Sacral Generator, and she was part of the last round of Content by Design, or CBD. So on this show, we are going to dig into all of the things that came up for her around her message and her voice and all of those things as a third line especially. But first, we're going to talk a little bit about your business, Gaby. So you focus on Ayurveda and human design, which is an interesting combination. Can you tell me how that happened? Why did you come to that niche?
The thing is, I started studying yoga, then went into Ayurveda, and then came human design. And it was you're mixing it. It was actually the mix of Ayurveda, of the Vedic studies, because of the chakra system that includes a human design. And I was noticing that human design is always on the head. Like you study, and you get more labels on you, and you don't go to your body and how it does feel in your body. So I mixed it, and I couldn't unmix it. You know, like once I came out with that, I couldn't undo it. So the thing is, you are a generator, you're right. And yeah, you have like a dosha, like an archetype according to Ayurveda. Yeah, how that makes. It's the fire within. It's always up. How does it feel for a generator or to a projector? It's not the same. It's not the same. The requirements, the things that the body is going to ask for. You know, like, yeah, go with the sun flow, you know, like the circadian rhythm. That's Ayurveda. Okay, but human design says you have to rest every time if you're a projector. Okay, how does it look for you? Not as a projector, not as a Pitta, a Vata, a Kapha, or everything that Ayurveda says for you. So it's the practice of the everyday listening to your body that actually allows you to live your design to the most. And when you talk about your design, it's about everything, the elements in you. That's what Ayurveda says: the fire in you, the water, the emotions, you know, the air, the ideas, the earth, the structure, the void, the emptiness, the ether, it's called. And how precious is that void, because it's the where everything grows. But you have to take look within to see how it is look for you and how it goes with your rest cycle if you're a manifestor, to your going to the cave. If you're like you're a hermit, no, I took a second line, or for me, a cave's environment. No, it's everyone, it's for everyone, and it's different for everyone. So there's things that goes for everyone. We all need to rest. Yeah, that's real. You're human. Everyone is human. But how that rest look for you? It's not the same as for me.
So you're really taking this to a really individualized level, more so than in general human design.
Yeah, like I love personalizing things.
Yes.
You know, like I do readings, but not all the readings are the same.
Yeah.
Maybe I see something that is when they have that variable that says light in the digestion, and it's like dark light, you know, like I don't know how you call it in English, but it's like this kind of the digestion that goes against the clock, against the circadian rhythm. It's like, well, how do you feel with that?
Yeah.
And maybe you came for a human design reading, but is your digestion okay? Because that's your rest, your digestion, your ideas, your ability to take decisions, to make decisions. It's all about how you rest, how you digest, how you live your life, because it's your own body that's going to do that. And when I do groups, cleanses, or when I do everything that is group, you know, I also go individual. It comes with a one-on-one consultation, because there are tips. There are some generic things that goes for everyone, but for you, how does that feel for you today, in this season, in this time of your life? Like, you always been there, but here, today, now, how is it? And that was a struggle for me as well to communicate, because I can't go for everyone, you know. You have to go specifically to that thing. Or as a third line, that was the comprehension that I go through my experience, and I use it as an example, and then tell them, how is it is it for you? And there's always a dialogue. There's no like you have to do this. There's no right or wrong. You have to experience it and let me know. Oh no, that's not good for me. Oh, okay, let's get another thing. Let's try another thing that fits with it.
And I think that's the beauty of using human design, is that we understand. Well, that's one of my frustrations actually in the human design space, that people will say, oh, you're a generator, so, oh, you're a manifesting generator, so, but it's your work is so nuanced, and that's so important. I'm just going to bring our listeners up to speed on a couple of things that you said. Okay. So Gaby talked a little bit about a variable, your digestive variable in your human design. So in human design, there is a variable. The variables are the arrows at the top of your head center on your chart. And those tell you a lot of things, but the one that she's speaking about specifically is the digestion variable. And that is, it shows you how you digest not only food, but information. And it's really more about what your brain is getting than what your body is getting. But it's how to bring your brain and your body together as you digest. And because Gaby's work is so focused on, I would say it's mind, body, spirit, Ayurveda, but you're focused on, like, you can help someone really who's having digestive issues, skin rashes, like any of the things that they don't maybe relate to digestion, mood disorders, any of those things, you can bring them back to the digestive system. So this is an important piece in human design that Gaby would work with specifically. And then she talked about being a third line, and how she has to have her experience, bring her experience all the things, and bring them through for others to learn. So if you too are a third line, in your profile or a 6th line in the first 30 years of your life, you're going to bump around a lot with life. You're going to bump around a lot in business. No matter what our profile is, we bump around in business. But Gaby specifically as a 3rd line takes her experiences and brings them forward for her clients so that they can learn the lessons that she's learned. So it's a really important piece because your profile is how you do everything you do. And in CBD, we kind of, I feel like 5th lines get kicked around a little bit in CBD in the most loving way, I hope. But Gaby is a 3-5 profile. And 5th line profiles are here to tell it like it is. They're the karmic mirrors. And lots of times they see things so blatantly, obviously, that the rest of us don't even see. However, they've had a lot of conditioning typically around saying it the right way, saying it softer. If you can't say anything nice, if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all of those messages. So when 5th lines come into content by design, they feel this like tightening of their throats from time to time where they want to say the thing, but they've never been given permission to say the thing. And I think that happened with you maybe once or twice.
A lot. More than twice. Yeah, that was a really big issue because as a 5th line, I tend to say things that people don't want to hear.
Yes. Yeah.
Or not. I think that the reaction makes me feel like they weren't ready to hear that. And on CBD, I learned that I have to say it. And the people who's ready, it's going to come. And the people who's that actually wants to hear that, it's coming. And that's my people.
Exactly.
And yeah. And it's been like every time we talk about, and that's the beauty of CBD, like there was a lot of 5th line and there was a lot of mirroring. I don't know if you call it like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like every time a 5th line speak, it was like, yeah, that happened to me. That happened to me. That happened to me. And seeing people don't giving them permission to speak, say, what am I doing? I'm not giving my permission to speak. I don't give me the space, and the importance of the message. Like, no, that's nothing. And that's obvious. But I don't have to say that. That's obviously it's like that. That why everyone I can't say it. There's too much noise in the internet, and it's saying the same thing all over. It's like, no, that your thing, how you say it, the way you say it, that lands with the people that wants to come to you. And actually, with this thing in particular, the thing is like when you see people complaining about, I don't know, oh, I have gastritis, I have insomnia, I have a skin rash, and you see all the things and it's all linked.
Yes.
Like, yeah, you're a generator, your fire is all over the place, and you keep putting to your system more fire. It's like, it's not going down, it's going up. So what can you do? In spite of all the things that collective is happening, there's things we can control and things we can't. And when you say there are things you can, and you can take charge of this, and you can live well, like you can live a pleasant life, you can live a beautiful life that's not hurting, that is not in pain. But yeah, the world has had it, all the stuff, and that's things you can't get out of your plate. Like you said, digestion is not only what we eat, what we consume with our ears, with our eyes, with our touch, with every sense. So what can you do to make the place where you're in less fiery? Like you go to the opposite, you go to earth, you go to water, you go to pleasant things to see, to go to listen. Like if everything you're coming in is like it's self-demanding, it's like you're keeping the fire up. Okay, how you go to the space, to the ground, to not be on a fire. It's okay to not be lit up every time. And that's perfect for you and for the environment you live in, because your family is getting that fire, because your neighbors or your coworkers or whoever. It's not only you, it's everyone. And if everyone takes care a bit of themselves, we all, the magic word, like we all be happy. But yeah, it will be a kind of a pleasant place to be, when everyone is taking the rest they need, taking the space they need, taking the time to pause and then start. Like, I think everyone is always like, how do I boost my energy all the time? No, why?
Yeah.
Why? You don't have to boost your energy all the time. You have to let it go down and reset and then go up again. Like, we cannot not all live up here all the time. Yeah.
That's actually a conversation that I've had at the time of this recording. It's coming out we're recording on the heels of episode 149 that was about taking space for your creativity. And I've had 3 conversations just this morning around this very thing. People saying to me, manifesting generators specifically, I thrive on busyness. I thrive on having all of these things to respond to. And I'm afraid that if I take space and have some downtime, if I pause, how am I going to ever have energy because I'm not responding? But I find it's completely the opposite. So hopefully by the time this episode with you and I airs, I will have done another episode about that. But it's so interesting that this morning you say it's important to pause. Your energy doesn't always have to be on. You can find pleasantness. And I also hear you saying it's got a collective impact when we all take the time to come back to ourselves, to be the healthiest version of ourselves. Then we have that collective ripple effect, I guess, in the world.
Yeah. And the thing that is most important is like the emptiness in your body and in your space and in everything. It's the thing that creates space for everything else. So you have to have your stomach empty so you can eat. No? You have to have your lungs empty so you can get in new air. And the same thing is for your business, for your partner, for your with the relationship with your kids, with your grandkids, whoever. You have to have space so you can fill it with new stuff or with good stuff or the things you like. Like you want to have that dessert. Okay, keep space.
Yes. Yeah.
You have to leave space. Yeah. And for the new relationships and for the new things you want to try. And if you want to create something, you have to make space. And everything is, the thing is, the body shows that, it shows that you have empty space in your body. What's that for? This is the same when you create things. And in your house and in your garden and in everything, you have to have the space to get the thing.
What I'm smiling. If you're listening and not watching, you wouldn't see this, but I'm like bursting here because I hear you speaking and I'm like, there's gate 28. Because if I remember correctly, now there were like 43 people, I think, in the last round of CBD, but you said in your form, and we'll get to that, but you said when you filled out the form for this interview that you found it interesting how individualized the program was when you walked into a group program, but that's another question. But this gate 28, I believe, is your only dormant gate. So dormant gates are your defined gates in undefined centers. So they wait for other people to turn the light switch on. They're not a light switch that's always on. They're waiting for someone else to come along, and they're really powerful in your messaging. And this whole thing that you just went through is, to me, all about how people can experience life and live their purpose and have a great life and what's worth fighting for and all of these things, that you're using that energy beautifully in your message.
Oh, thank you.
Is it with awareness, or it's just like allowed to come out of you now?
It came out. It's like like a lot of people come with what's my purpose?
Yes.
And
Yes.
like they want to know the incarnation process, and they want to know what the purpose is for them as a manifestor. What are they here to create? What are they here to lead their projectors? Like all the message that is the common thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know how you call it, the stereotype.
Yeah.
With purpose, that's the thing that happens. That what am I here to do? Live.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Mm-hmm.
what am I here to do? Be. And it's like, but what do I have to do that? That's what um that's the opposite. You don't
Yeah.
have to do anything to be what you are.
Yeah.
It's like, but it's kind of difficult to express it when I think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like you're going against the flow. Like, you come here to learn your purpose. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
no,
Mm-hmm.
come here to live as you want to live, like you want to live, a life like that you love.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the best life you can live. The life you want to live, the
Mm-hmm.
life you love to live. Is you could be anything, you could do anything, but what do you want to do?
Mm-hmm.
What is the thing that you're excited to do, that you want to share with everyone?
Mm-hmm.
That that's the thing that we're here to share with people. We're here to be in relationships. We're here to learn from each other. There's not much more from that.
Mm-hmm.
And to do that, you need your body. To do that, you
Yeah.
need to be well. That's
Yeah.
and the thing is the thing that hit me, that when you say the thing that's worth fighting for.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I want to like experience that you have. I had cancer. I had chemotherapy. I had the experience that is hard. Like it's life or death. And when it was like that, the thing that's was the thing that makes the most of it was your friends coming to see you and having a fun time with you, having a laugh. Your mom giving you a kiss. It's not more than that.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you need to live that? That rest, sleep, eat, and be there. You don't have to do more than be there.
Yeah. And that's beautiful, because I think so often we get caught up in the doing and we forget to think. I heard this line, I can't remember if it was a podcast or something I read, but it was something about like, what would my 80-year-old self do? And I want to paint that on my bedroom wall. What would my 80-year-old self say? Whenever I'm faced with like, should I do this? Should I? Or when I'm like struggling with a decision, or, what would my 80-year-old self say about having that cupcake or about not having that cupcake, or anything really, is like, because it does come down to a really few simple pleasures that we have in life that we can either choose to enjoy, or we can
Yeah.
choose to, kind of forget ourselves in the process, which is a lot of what human design brings us back to ourselves. And Ayurveda is, I've been so fascinated by Ayurveda for almost my whole adult life. I've done a couple of retreats, seen a couple of practitioners over the years, and it's simple, but it's not. Like, I think it's really important to work with a practitioner, because I know I've got like every book I think on the subject, and it's still I'm like, no, I need somebody to decipher this for me. So in your work, you often focus on seasonal cleanses, which I love, because as you know, I have a health background, and it was always like, people are here cleansing in January in the middle of winter. It's like, no, don't do that to your body. Like, seasonally is really, really important. And that's a big piece of your work. Why
Yeah.
do you do it that way?
Because the thing is, the thing you say, it gets like it's far. It's how you call it, when something is all over, like you have to the green juices, like
The
you all
fad.
have
Yeah.
to have, yeah, green
Yeah.
juices, yeah. But if your digestion is irregular, that you don't go always to the bathroom, that your hands are cold, your feet are cold, you're always cold, and it's the middle of the winter, don't go to the green juice.
Yes.
It's going to dry you up.
Have
It's
some
not
soup.
good for you.
Yeah.
Go to a ginger tea, you
Yeah.
know. Well, actually, I'm drinking here a ginger tea because I'm in the winter. I have
Yeah.
an irregular digestion, so I drink ginger tea.
Yeah.
It's like you have to go to the thing that your body needs every time,
Mm.
and you you are what inside, what is outside.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's the what as within, so without.
Yeah.
That's the premise. So if you are in the summer, and yeah, ginger is good for you. Yeah, for who? You're
Mm.
in summer. Don't
Mm-hmm.
drink your
Yeah.
hot water with ginger
Yeah.
because it's going to be bad for you. Sorry. Okay, the winter. Sorry, how you call it?
Alvin.
Alvin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So every time you're going to get a new habit, say, oh, that's good for me. Yeah. Where are you? What's the season there?
Mm-hmm.
How are you in your life, in your work, in your everything? If you're in the middle of a emotional struggle, like you lost someone, you lost a job, a partner, a family member, or everything, you're not adding anything.
Mm.
You're in the opposite side.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in the middle of the winter, you're going to do things that heat you up because you need the heat inside because there's not outside. And if you're in the middle of the summer, you're not going to do things that heat you up. You're going to want to things that cool you up.
Mm.
No, like the breathing, not the heat breath. No, like not everyone in every breath work is for
Yes.
every time of
Yes.
the year.
Yes.
Uh,
So important.
Breath work is good, but
Mm-hmm.
with purpose. Like where you want to hit go up, yeah, the hit breath work. You're going to cool down. You go to the cooling breath, and you have different things for different moments and for different places that you are at in your life.
So it comes down to knowing yourself.
Yeah,
Really.
always.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. There's the secret right there. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So switching gears from Ayurveda for a second here, you just kind of briefly mentioned when we were talking before the show about how the opportunities have been just kind of piling in on you since you started in CBD. And I
Yeah.
know that you do a lot of work in the Spanish community with human design.
Mm. Yeah.
Tell me about everything that's been going on as you third lined it or as you 3-5'd it through this season of your life. What's happening?
Yeah, everything happened. I started to speak as a fifth line. I
Mm-hmm.
started to be more bold,
Yeah.
to take up the space,
Mm.
And I saw a, a podcaster, an Argentinian podcaster, that she is really a fifth line. I said, wow, you're a fifth line and you're the incarnation of the seductive part.
Oh.
So we made a master class about seduction,
Ah.
how you get to own your seduction.
Yeah.
As fifth line, she's a fifth one and I'm a 3-5. We made a seduction mixed with what she does, that she's a communicator and takes perfect, how you call it, the selfies that are good and
Oh,
everything.
yes, yes, yes.
But with the purpose of taking up the space,
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah.
don't you don't be ashamed of your seductive part.
Mm.
Then after that, my human design teacher, she's a projector 1-4. She's projector 1-4, and she always wanted to do reports and didn't know, and said, "Hey, I know you make reports all the time. For every master class you make, for everything you have a report. Yeah, you have the same software as me. Yeah, but I don't know how to do that. Can you
Mm.
teach me? Yeah, I can teach you. Let's make a master class. Yeah, we'll make a master class." And then I, as I learned here, make a lot of mistakes, and then I learned the best way to do it, and then I teach to the people. That's so 3-5 in my business. And every time they keep opening gates, like everything. And the other thing that happened that I started to talk about that. Like, I can do that. Yeah, I have reports. Yeah, I can do. I do this. I do this, and I do a master class about habits and do the report. And everyone is coming to my place. Yeah, I want that. I want that. And the thing that happened is every opportunity keeps piling up. And the other thing that was beautiful after CBD is like I didn't feel salesy. How you? I always felt weird about selling.
Right.
And this is I'm not selling. I'm telling you what I have. If you want to, you get it. If you don't want it, you don't get it. But I have to tell you.
Yes.
And that gave me more opportunities because people wanted, you know about this and you know about this because I know what I know, but not everyone. So that was a thing that happened, that I starting to know more what I do.
Yeah.
To show to people what you can get, and they started to come from different spaces and different opportunities.
So you're selling more.
I'm selling more.
Yeah. Now that you're talking about your offers.
So happy.
Yeah. Yay. And one of the things that I feel like we worked on with you a lot in the very first part of CBD. So CBD lasts about 11-ish weeks. I don't know how long the next round's going to be, but we were about 11 weeks last time. And one of the things that we worked on with you, I feel like the first part was a lot about really taking your content back a little bit, because you were pouring a lot of information. Like Ayurveda is a lot for people who've never experienced it. Human design is a lot. And you were like trying to pour so much information into them. And I'd be like, whoa, Gaby, there's actually 12 posts in here. Like we need to and instead of saying, I can't remember what the term was that you were using for digestive issues. And I'm like, well, how about saying they can't poop, or they're not pooping regularly? And we just really, and I noticed even in our conversation earlier, when you were talking about different things in their life, you were talking like in real language that they're actually experiencing in their life, which is so important for us as people in the online space, creators, coaches, entrepreneurs in the online space, that we really think about what our ideal client is actually experiencing and how we solve it, rather than using all of the fancy languaging. Like even I notice you talk a lot about fire, whereas before I feel like you would have talked a lot about pitta. And it's like you've really changed it's just been a beautiful thing to watch. It's not that you've changed, it's just that you've dialed it down to what people can really digest, I think, in your messaging.
Yeah, and the thing is that it's not it's so different from the conditioning. You know that I will dial back in what I have to say before, but it came out technically.
Yes.
So it was like it was a shield.
Yes. Yeah.
And now, I can say it like it is.
Yeah.
Like you can poop. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
That's because of this or that. But I can say what I want to say.
Yes.
And don't be like covering me up with technical words, Like I think that's a thing that's when I say that is personal in CBD. Yeah, like it's a group thing, but you get really deep in you. You see where your conditioning. You see where you're hiding. I was hiding in my technical words. Yes. I was hiding in the information. I was hiding that I maybe one thing I say is enough, and I have to wait to it lands, and that's it. And I can't pour more information in. Yeah. But that thing, it was like, that's my shield. That's when I'm hiding. That's the thing that opened up in CBD. Like that's the fifth line, hiding this.
Yes.
Outside up. I don't know.
Yeah. It's been beautiful to witness. And I think a lot of people do that. Definitely fifth line. Like it's so fifth line. And I feel like a lot of people do that in the online space because we kind of get the message that we have to sound smart. And I'm
Mm,
always saying, like, if an 8-year-old can't understand it, you're not that smart. Like, you have the smartest person is the one who can distill it into something that an 8-year-old can understand. And I just think you do that in a beautiful way. You've got, because we have, any of us in this space, we have so much knowledge because we have all of these different tools in our toolboxes. But it has
yeah,
to be, yeah, we have to let other people create the space to be able for our message to land.
yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe just one image now,
Mm,
and that says everything, and a question, and
yeah.
that's it,
Yeah.
and no more information. That's been my new communication. It's been
Yeah.
for like that. Not much information, but more questions that triggers you for, I can do something. Not trigger you like,
Yes.
oh,
Yes.
I'm late. I'm wrong. No, I don't like that. There the I don't know, the viral hooks here now. It's like negative hooks. It's like,
Yeah.
really,
Yeah.
like you could do it differently. You can do it that you can hook people. You can uh, make them change. Not every time you have to be negative. You
Yes.
do not have to be go like that. You can be something else.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the
Yeah.
beautiful thing about CBD is that, or about human design, I'm sorry, is
Mm,
that it really does teach us how we can use our message in our own way. It really does show us how we can pull our people to us. We don't have to follow the trends and the templates and the influencers and all of that stuff. We can just do it our own way, individualized,
yeah.
personalized.
Relax. Yeah.
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 Yes, so important. So, did anything surprise you about content by design? Once you got in there, was anything surprising, pleasantly surprised, or otherwise?
So much. Yeah. I think I my fifth line plays here like, I decided. It's obvious. It's obvious. No, it's not obvious. Like the thing is, first of all, you see people. Like
Mm.
you really see. And as a fifth line, being seen is like, that's a pleasure. Yeah. It's not often that happens. So being seen is everything. Yeah. And the thing that I thought I was going to learn how my gate 28 goes um, in my message, but it was not only that. It was like, how do I allow it to go
Mm.
through my message?
Hmm.
It was like, okay, that it can go, but I have to let myself speak for that. I have to show up for that. I have to be comfortable doing whatever I do. It's like, if you're comfortable speaking, let's just speak.
Mm.
Like, it's not only about writing, but because I thought I'm not that a writer. I'm not a person that is have has fun writing 5 emails like you. I struggle with that. Yeah, I like to speak. I like to talk. And yes, it was like, why don't you speak? It was, okay, really. That was surprising. Like I thought I would have to write a lot,
Mm.
but it wasn't just for that.
Yeah.
Like that's a big part, and it is really useful. And but the other part, that the thing that what comes up from you best, no?
Hmm.
And the other thing that I love is like the how every time you have someone on the hot seat, like everyone else. That for me, it was like that. It is so much. I love that, and I rewatch the the classes after. But when you have other people, you take the time to explain how it's that what they're saying is worth for us.
Mm.
Like
Yeah.
uh, you can take things from everyone. Like you're doing here in the podcast. Oh, so Gaby's a third line. So if you're third line, no, like
Yeah.
that's the thing you do every time. Like
Okay.
you don't leave us behind.
Yeah. I didn't
And
even realize that. So thank you. That's my second line is like, oh, okay. Thank you.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. it's not like only a dialogue between two people, because you bring us in every
Right.
time. Like you keep calling to our attention.
Yes.
It's
So
easy
this is
to
how you
drift
can use
off.
this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
And that was surprising. Yeah, that you can do it every time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't even really realize that until a few people have said something like that. And I'm like, oh yeah. So then I was like, there's no man left behind. But I think it's so important to bring everyone else along so that in a group situation, especially when we're speaking to a
Mm.
group, we want other people to understand how they can use it in their business or their life or their relationship, whatever your niche is. But I think it's important to bring others through so that there's a through line in your group program.
Yeah. And the thing is that it's never is a waste of time. Like every time you getting group things and two people start talking, it's like you go and look everything else, and
Yeah,
you go
yeah.
to the bathroom and you go and do everything. And here you keep getting our attention. Like,
Okay.
oh, here's this, here's that. We can look at this. We can look at that. So you keep paying attention every time. Like never is like, oh, I wasn't my time in the hot seat.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
every time this was worthy.
yeah.
Like,
Good.
yeah,
Good. Yeah, you learn more when other people are in the hot seat, I think, because like you said, when you're in the hot seat, it's hot. Like,
yeah.
especially if you're in my hot seat. But then you have to watch it over again to see. So the last question I have for you is, well, actually that's not true because I'm going to ask where people can find you as well. But the other question I have for you is, are you going to come back through for the next round? Because with CBD, it's like the Hotel California, you can check out, but you can never leave. You're
Mm.
with me. So when you purchase Content by Design, you get to keep coming back through for live rounds. So some people choose to, and some people choose not to. Will you come back for the next round?
Definitely, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because uh, the first time I was trying to see what my message was.
Right.
It was all over. Like,
Yeah.
and the next time I think I'm going to go exactly for my website. My
Okay.
website is, ugh, it's not good. It's like I don't like it.
Yeah.
So my purpose on the next round of CBD is to get my website aligned with me.
Yeah.
Like, and the thing that says is how I say it.
Yeah.
And I think that's the place to do it, because you you write something and you go and you post it and everyone gets their intake. You go take the intake, but the people in there
Yeah.
says, I can understand that. Oh, I don't understand that. And what about this? What about that? So you have a real feedback,
Yeah.
you know?
And
And
it's feedback from people who know about content because they've gone through CBD once, twice,
mm,
3 times, 5 times, whatever. So it's
yeah,
not like you're asking in the World Wide Web where you're like anybody could answer. You're asking specific people who understand how clear a message has to be and all of those things. So I feel like that's more valuable.
yeah, and real experience, because
Yeah.
every one of them owns their business.
Yeah.
And actually, this works for me. This doesn't. Uh, I tried like that. I now using this. It's like you have real experience, people that are giving you feedback, and that's for me is perfect. Like it's more useful than reading. Oh, this works, this doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried it, and
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
And I feel like that's how people use the subsequent rounds of CBD. Like they come in the first time and they're like, okay, I'm going to get my message down pat. I got to clean up this mess. I'm all over the place online. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know who I'm talking to, all of the things. And then as they come back each time, it's okay, now I'm working on my website. Now I'm going to work on my funnels. And I mean, you can do it all at once for sure. But I feel like having that lifetime access gives you the space to know, oh, I don't
Mm.
have to do it all at once. I can let this breathe. I can let it percolate. I can experiment with my message. And then when I come back the next time, because currently we launch twice a year. So when I come back in the next time, I'm ready for the next thing. I've taken a breath. I've given it space. I've played around. We're ready now.
And you also do it seasonally. So we
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you do. So that makes sense also. Like you have the spring plans,
Yes.
like I am going to clean up my message now in this season, and
Yeah.
then in the other season. Yeah.
Yeah. And in fall,
Perfect.
we're getting ready for some big promotions in fall. So that's fun to work on as well. Okay. So where can people find you? How can people get into your world?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram. I'm Gaby Andrade. .uy in Spanish, and Gaby Andrade .euy, because I'm from Uruguay, and
Mm.
that's why it's Gaby Andrade .uy. And in my website is gabrielaandrade.com. And yeah, that's the two places right now. Hoping maybe someday the podcast would be up, but
Yes. Yeah. That'll be fun.
yeah, yeah, but
Yeah.
not now, not now,
Not
not
yet.
for now,
Yeah.
not yet. Yeah,
That's okay.
yeah,
Okay, we'll link all of that up in the show notes for you so that you can get into Gaby's world, especially if you're interested in bringing your mind, body, spirit together in a way that is not going to break your life. So she has a really big focus on Ayurveda and bringing your human design specifically into it. So her work is very personalized, very individualized to you so that you can go out and do the work that matters in your life and have the impact that you're here to have. So, Gaby, I so appreciate you being here. We'll get all that information in the show notes for folks, and I will see you in the next round of CBD.
oh, thank you, and thank you for having me.